Okay, hey everybody, it is CoSmOtheCoDeR here with a little channel update as to what's been going on since the last channel update, which is actually before Christmas. And if you're wondering why I'm doing this, it's just because I want people to know what's happened in the last 2-3 months and what's going to be happening in the next future months. And well, so first and foremost, the channel is doing okay. We've just bypassed 20,000 views, so thank you very much to all of you who have been watching, as well as thank you all of you who have subscribed, because that's our subscribers. The subscribers are up, let's put it that way. Now, as always, I'm not going to say, watch more videos, bring more subscribers. I'm not someone who advertises himself. Not because I don't want to be popular. Who does? Who doesn't? But at the same time, I want to be, I want people to watch for the right reasons. And if the right reasons are because I'm interesting or I do something interesting, then great. If the reason that people watch is because I'm funny, great. If people want to watch, then great. If you don't want to watch, totally understand. Not your cup of tea. Maybe I'm boring. Maybe I'm talking rubbish. Fair enough. So, thank you for any part that you play in watching my videos. Now, as anyone who has been on my channel for a while may have noticed, things have changed a little bit. The channel used to be on YouTube called CosmoPlaysGames. Now, I have changed most of as much as I can about the channel from CosmoPlaysGames to CoSmOtheCoDeR. So it's in line with what's on Twitch. And the main reason for that is I don't want it just to be about games, or at least me playing games. I've been trying to do a few more reviews about, especially with Humble Bundles and other things. I'm going to hopefully record, or at least re-record, my Just Cause 3 review, because it wasn't as good as I was hoping it was going to be. And also try and do a few more things, because I am a programmer, I am a coder, and I want to do some bits and pieces. It's been ages since I've actually sat down and done some code. I'm itching to do stuff because I've had some ideas I want to do, but it might be that there's some tutorial videos, there's some other bits and pieces that this channel is going to come to this channel, basically. Whether you guys are going to be interested in that or not, I don't know. But so far, I'm really impressed, really happy with some of the sort of comments and some of the shall we say, the way some of the Humble Bundle reviews have gone. I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to continue with that. And if you've watched those videos and made comments, or even if you just watched them, then thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I had some meaningful things to say. Apart from last week when I had the hiccups, that was apparently hilarious, but it happens. So yeah, so channel names change, channel is CoSmOtheCoDeR, so on and so forth. Now, game-wise, unfortunately, first of all, I have abandoned Punch Club as a playthrough, mainly because I have nerfed myself and backed myself into a corner with it. And as I spent about 9-ish, 10-ish hours on it already, as much as I want to go back and start again and play through properly, I've got other things to play. It's an okay game. It's fun to play, but it's not really something that it makes good videos, for instance, because it's long-winded. You have bits of storyline interspersed with lots of training, lots of fighting, and there's not much commentary I can give you about that. It's not something that you can do a lot with in terms of content. So I may go back to it. I will go back to it at one point because I actually enjoyed the game. But as far as it stands, the playthrough has ended at this point. The same goes for Batman Arkham Knight. I was going to do New Game Plus and possibly some of the other DLCs that recently came out, but again, I'm fed up of it. I'm fed up with all the crap that came from Arkham Knight, especially with all the stuff that's come out for the PC version and what Warner's been up to and blah blah blah. So again, I'm stopping the playthrough there. I'm not going to carry on with it. Well, and you can probably count Assassin's Creed Unity in that as well. It's in the hiatus block, but it will be moved to probably abandoned for now. So that's basically it. Now, January we spent a lot of with Just Cause 3, as well as December, and finally finished that. Going to give my little review video, and that should be released quite soon. And the plan is to try and carry on, go back to the original sort of schedule, which was playing The Witcher 3 at least once a week, and then playing other games. But the other plan is also to try and do more Witcher 3, because we are I'm way behind on story, on content of Witcher 3. A new DLC is coming out quite soon, and I do enjoy The Witcher 3, but at the same time I want to sort of move it on. I want to try and carry on with other stuff. There's a lot of games that are still needing finishing. Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. I did start playing Resident Evil 6, Tales of the Borderlands. There's a few things on there that I'd like to finish. There's also a few games from CoSmOtheCoDeR that I'd like to bring up and finish, like Broforce. I did enjoy that. The Fall, which unfortunately didn't record properly. The audio's out of sync. So if you watch any of those videos and think, why is the audio out of sync? The answer is, I don't know why the audio is out of sync, but I do want to go back and I do want to play it again. I thought it was quite interesting, so it's definitely worth going through again and playing it. I also want to try out a few other games and try and bring some more stuff to the table, because, well, surely because I enjoy different games. Some games I haven't played and I have bought recently. So other games I haven't played. No, hang on, what's wrong? Some games I haven't played and want to play, and some games I have played and I want to replay. I did think about doing Psychonauts again, because the recently funded Psychonauts 2, which I did participate in for helping funding as a celebration, but that kind of got lost in all the moving around and changing. And in the end I thought, well, it's not a big deal, because it's not a big deal that I play Psychonauts or not. I may do it at one point. If you want me to play it earlier than later, then I can't know anything. Sooner rather than later, then let me know. Now, what's coming up? Which is kind of an interesting thing to ask, because at the moment, not a lot sticks in my mind about games that are coming out this year that I really want to play. And as sad as that sounds, that's, the truth is there's not a huge schedule of games on PC especially that I can sort of say, wow, I'm really looking forward to playing it this year. One thing that does come up to my mind is Day of the Tentacle. The remastering is due out, or the remastered edition is due out some point soon. And I do intend to buy and play it, but I'm going to play it with the director's commentary on, because A, I already played through the original on my channel, and B, I know the game backwards. So playing through it again, even with the enhanced graphics, is not going to be that big a deal for me. I'm going to be more interested in what Tim Schafer and anyone else has to say about the game, which is pretty much what I did for Grim Fandango last year. So that's essentially what's coming. Essentially, that's one of the games I'm definitely going to play. Now, that's at the moment the only thing that really sticks in my head. There is Far Cry Primal coming, which I'm debating about playing. I'm waiting to see if there's a good price, because one thing I am especially fond of is being a bit frugal, being a bit careful with my money. Just like everybody, really, but especially when it comes to games. And the £40 price tag for a lot of things is just too much. Most of the time £30 is too much for me. If I can get a decent price for a brand new game from the various key sellers and everything else, then I will go for it. That's why I'm especially fond of Humble Bundles, because they do give you different things for quite good prices. So definitely Far Cry Primal is on the list of things I'd like to play, but may not be able to play due to costs, basically. So it might mean that I continue on with just playing the odd game here and there that is not necessarily mainstream, but is definitely an interesting game to play. Now, I am also going to try and play quite a few of the Humble Bundle games that I have recently been reviewing. The monthly bundles, for instance, some of the games are actually quite interesting to play. The one game that is definitely on my list is the Talos Principle, because I was very interested in when it came out, but never got around to buying it, and finally did. Other things like, although it's been done constantly, Broken Age, what was the clown one? Dropsy, because it's been quite well received, quite well reviewed, and a few other bits and pieces here and there. So the plan is just to carry on, see what comes out in the next few months, play The Witcher 3, try and get through it, because I want to move on with it. I want to see what the DLCs are like, and then see what else is available to do as a long play game. I also want to look at anything that's new that takes my fancy, and I also want to carry on with anything else that comes up. So that's the plan. It's not a very good plan, granted. It's a bit sort of all over the place, but it's the plan nevertheless. As always, I do take requests. I do listen to requests, and I will respond to requests. And Cosmo Tries Games is a good way of doing that, where I will actually play a game for a session and give you my honest opinion on whether I want to play it or not. You know, the last one was actually beginning of February, was Tembo the Badass Elephant, which I quite enjoyed, and I may come back to, just like the other, like Broforce and The Fall. But I'm always looking for suggestions, even if they're odd games, strange games. You know, by all means, ask me to play something. The worst I can say is, nah, it doesn't take my fancy, or okay, we'll give it a go, or yeah, that sounds really cool. You know, I'm not going to sort of say I'm not interested, go away. If I own it and I can get it, and it's something that's I haven't played before and people can heartily recommend, I'm open to all suggestions, because part of this is, you know, I've played a lot of games. I've played games for most of my life on computer, and I've only experienced a certain amount of them. You know, my Steam library is nearly like 1,100 games in it, and out of those 1,100 games, I can safely say I have probably only played about 10% of them, 10 to 20% of them over the course of history. You know, just because I own them on Steam doesn't mean I played them on Steam. I may have played them when they first came out, but now that I own them on Steam, I can now replay them if I wanted to, and I might do, because, you know, it's worth sharing experiences about the games through YouTube, through Twitch, you know. So anyway, I'm meandering a bit. I'm going to stop now because I'm going to make a fool of myself. I'm going to go jump into The Witcher 3. Oh no, well, maybe if I don't do the Just Cause review. Until then, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you later.